Newcastle woke up to rumours that quickly made the headlines and set supporters' conversations ablaze. A high-profile name in English football, in top form in the Premier League, was unexpectedly linked to the Magpies, sparking a whirlwind of speculation about signings and behind-the-scenes negotiations. The story gained momentum when a highly reliable source decided to speak out, giving the tale even more intriguing contours. Before revealing all the details, one thing is certain: every piece of news involving Newcastle during this transfer window carries special weight, as the team is going through a period of profound changes, and it is precisely in this climate of expectation that this video will take you through a surprising story, with hot information that has been making waves. And while we're at it, if you are passionate about the Magpies and don't want to miss any exclusive updates like this, subscribe to the channel now. This way you support our work and ensure you stay up to date with the club's behind-the-scenes developments. In recent days, rumors have emerged that made some fans frown, others dream big, and many question how much truth there could be. When high-profile players are linked to Newcastle, expectations soar, but this time the story had a detail that increased the suspense even more. One of the Premier League's most talked-about forwards was mentioned, and the connection to the Magpies was enough to ignite social media. On one side, Newcastle desperately seeking reinforcements for the attack after losing Callum Wilson to West Ham and seeing Isak sidelined. On the other, a player who, despite being key to his current club, occasionally finds himself involved in transfer rumours. And as if that weren't enough, the involvement of reliable international media sources only added fuel to the fire. At this point, Fabrizio Romano, a respected journalist known worldwide for his exclusives, decided to set the record straight. The crucial revelation came on the podcast Men in Blazers. Romano stated that, once again, Richarlison's name appeared in transfer rumours, this time directly involving Newcastle United. He made it clear that every summer there are talks about a possible departure of the Brazilian forward from Tottenham, but this time it was important to set the record straight. No deal is underway. According to Romano, Richarlison is happy in London, and manager Thomas Frank relies on him as a central piece of Spurs' attack. Even so, the mere fact that Richarlison's name was linked to Newcastle was enough to spark debates among fans. And here is an important point. If you follow Newcastle closely and always want to know what is a rumour and what is fact, subscribe to the channel. In addition to receiving all updates, you help build a community of fans who live every step of the club intensely. Returning to the situation, Romano emphasized that although some rumors even mention the potential inclusion of a Magpies player in a swap deal, this does not reflect reality. He heard from his sources that there is no concrete negotiation in this regard. Richarlison is happy, Thomas Frank is happy with him, and Tottenham want to add more forwards to the squad, not lose one, said the journalist. This statement reinforces that, at least this window, Newcastle fans should not expect to see Richarlison wearing black and white. It's interesting to note how the situations at the two clubs contrast. Newcastle is desperately seeking someone to fill the striker position, while in North London, Tottenham enjoys the stability of having Richarlison in great form, along with Dominic Solanke's return to fitness. For the Magpies, hopes for the attack remain focused on names like Jon Wissa and Jørgen Strand Larsen, the board's priority targets. Yet it is impossible to deny that even the mention of Richarlison's name stirred the fanbase. Perhaps this explains why the story gained so much traction. After all, Richarlison is a high-profile name, recognized worldwide, and has already proven capable of shining at key moments. For a club like Newcastle, aiming to establish itself among the Premier League's elite, having a striker of this caliber would be more than a reinforcement. It would be a statement of ambition. But, at least for now, this possibility remains in the realm of imagination. Tottenham manager Thomas Frank was categorical in a recent interview when speaking about the Brazilian. According to him, Richarlison came to his door on the very first day to confirm he wanted to stay and prove his worth. Frank highlighted that he is a talented, committed player who has worked hard to remain healthy and competitive. This trust between manager and player is one of the main reasons Spurs are not considering letting the forward go. This position became even clearer after Tottenham's victory over Manchester City, when Frank heaped praise on the Brazilian, emphasizing that he sees him as a key figure for both the present and the future of the club. This is also important for Richarlison as he is aiming for the next World Cup. Leaving the club at this moment could be a risk to his preparation, and the forward does not seem willing to compromise his international prospects. Meanwhile, in Newcastle, the board continues to explore alternatives. Fans, of course, are following closely, hoping that a solution for the absence of Isak and Wilson is found as soon as possible. The search for forwards continues, but Richarlison's name, at least for now, should be crossed off the list. It is at this point that the value of journalists like Fabrizio Romano becomes evident, helping to separate rumors from market realities. It is worth noting that this type of rumor is part of the game, often fueled by the very dynamics of transfers. However, Romano's final word, one of the most respected sources on the matter, should reassure fans Richarlison remains at Tottenham, focused and valued. What does not change is Newcastle's urgency to address their offensive needs. For the Magpies supporters, The lesson is to always pay close attention to sources and, of course, follow the unfolding negotiations closely. And speaking of following, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Every subscription helps the channel grow and allows us to continue delivering exclusive insights, behind-the-scenes access, and detailed analysis about Newcastle United.